It may not be home, but here at the Oncupinar camp, 16,000 refugees are coping the best they can. It feels like a proper community, but many, like Fuad Mullah, are still struggling. Fuad fled the Syrian province of Latakia nearly 5 years ago with his wife and 4 children, and he's been living in camps ever since.
My supermarket payment card is not enough to provide enough food for my family. I need to spend my own savings.
Oncupinar may be one of the better camps, but it still needs more resources. Officials here say with adequate EU funding, ongoing problems such as water shortages could be tackled. But some doubt they will ever see the money.
I don't think all of this amount will be given to Turkey. Turkey has spent way more than $3 billion on refugees, and I don't think it will stop its aid, even if they don't give the money. I think there's a lack of trust between the EU and Turkey.
The European Commission has denied the allegations that it's not sticking to the deal. It says it's allocated more than $1.5 billion to various refugee projects in Turkey, and that more than $750 million has already been spent.
From our side, we are absolutely committed to continuing making this agreement work.
Oncupinar is one of 27 camps in Turkey, housing more than 250,000 refugees. They're all funded by the government, but they're expensive to run. Each of these 3,000 containers is home to about 15 people, and the electricity bill alone comes to more than $250,000 every month. Many of these containers are around 5 years old now, and they're starting to show signs of wear and tear. If Turkey were to receive the money that the EU has promised it, they could be replaced by more permanent 2-story buildings like these. Those living outside the camps need to be trained if they're to find decent jobs. The EU says it's paid tens of millions of dollars directly into projects that fund educational programs. But many Syrians still rely on help from charities and local authorities. Many aid workers here say they're hoping the latest talks in Brussels will encourage the international community to fulfill its promises, more than a year after they were made. Shamim Chaudhry, TRT World, Kilis, on the Turkey-Syria border.